Star Wars is one of the most beloved film series today and has a huge fandom. However, it's not without its share of bad writing and poor acting at times, which have provided a lot of cringe moments. Here are 10 bad cringe scenes without which Star Wars would be much better for the fans. Number 10. Anakin and Stan, Attack of the Clones. When you talk about cringy Star Wars dialogues, it doesn't get much worse than Anakin's line about sand in Attack of the Clones. Padme is wistfully telling Anakin about her memories of spending time on the beach, and Anakin's response is,
"I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere."
Number 9. Jar Binks. It's Jar Binks' existence as a whole that is cringy. The racism of the character, not to mention his irritating behavior, make him one of the most hated characters in the franchise. The character has been criticized for being an example of blackface, as that is how African Americans used to be portrayed in old comedies. Number 8. Midichlorians. The original Star Wars episodes introduced a lot of new concepts: the Jedi, lightsabers, and the Force. The Force was originally a mystical concept. However, when George Lucas wrote The Phantom Menace, he messed up the concept big time. He introduced midichlorians in the first prequel. So midichlorians were microscopic life forms with a connection to the Force. The more midichlorians someone had, the more powerful they were. Basically, they were something like a blood test. Fans were content with the Force as being some sort of space wizardry. No one wanted an explanation. Number 7. Greedo shoots first. A New Hope. Fans debated for a long time whether it was Han Solo or Greedo who fired the first shot during their meeting at the start of A New Hope. It happened so quickly that the audience could not decide who actually shot first. Lucas decided to readdress this in the 1997 special re-releases, which included some very clumsy CGI tinkering that confirmed that it was Greedo who fired first. The shot was terrible, and it did nothing for Han's growth. The worst part is that in the special edition, Han's head is digitally moved to the side to avoid Greedo's blast. Hilariously terrible. Number 6. Yoda Force pushes Palpatine. Revenge of the Sith. Palpatine's true identity is revealed in Revenge of the Sith, and Yoda is one of the Jedi that confronts him. He is even able to push Palpatine over his desk. It would have been a relatively normal scene, but seeing Palpatine then awkwardly flip over, throwing his cloak over his head, was many levels of cringe for longtime fans of the series. Number 5. Darth Vader screaming, "No!" Revenge of the Sith. This is a scene that was going pretty well, but the end completely ruined it. In one of the final scenes of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker steps out in his Darth Vader suit for the very first time. Of course, a very special scene. But when Palpatine tells Anakin that Padme has died, his reaction is a long, "No!" A line like this in a very serious and heartbreaking scene was the deal breaker for the audience, who mocked the hell out of it. Number 4. Leah flies through space. The Last Jedi. The most mocked scene of The Last Jedi is the one where Leah is shot into space and saves herself using the Force. While fans had been waiting to see Leah to use the Force ever since finding out her relationship with Luke, the visual effects of the scene ruined everything. The scene was ridiculed by many photoshoppers especially, who noticed that the silhouette of the princess looked like the British nanny Mary Poppins floating through space. Not as impressive as the filmmakers had hoped. Number 3. Are You an Angel? The Phantom Menace. People hated young Anakin so much that the actor, Jake Lloyd, quit acting due to all the bullying that followed. In one of the earlier scenes, Anakin, all of 8 years old, interacts with a much older Padme for the first time and flirts with her.
"Are you an angel?"
What?
"An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe."
It's supposed to be cute, but in fact is extremely corny. It gets stranger when you realize they're eventually going to get married. Number 2. Luke milking an alien. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi was a controversial installment of the main film series with a lot of shocking moments. But the scene that set the internet on fire with memes was Jedi Master Luke trying to gross out Rey by milking and drinking from the droopy teat of some alien sea cow. Ew. Number 1. The Star Wars Holiday Special. The cringiest thing in the Star Wars universe is not a scene, but an entire movie. The 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special is probably the worst thing about the franchise. The made-for-TV movie aired in 1978 between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. This movie introduced Boba Fett into the canon. The special is about Han helping Chewie get home in time for Life Day, which is a substitute for Christmas. We get to meet Chewie's wife, son, and grandfather. There are also instructional cooking videos, a cameo from Bea Arthur, along with appearances from Darth Vader, Leah, C-3PO, R2-D2, and Luke Skywalker. The makeup on the actors might make you feel that they aren't actors, but rather Madame Tussauds waxworks. But no, it's all real. Which, according to you, is the cringiest scene in the series? Tell us in the comments. Like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for more.